All right.
We're good there.
Okay.
Okay.
You ready? I'll put her up.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, we good?
Yes.
Here.
Yeah. Will you come open us in a word of prayer?
Oh, you already hit record.
I hit record. Let me see. Sorry, you're way back. I'm like, look how can I make it hard? Okay. Okay, Father, we just thank you, Lord, for this team, God. We thank you for this opportunity to meet together tonight. Lord God, we thank you that you order our steps and you bless what we put our hands to. And so, Father, we turn this over to you. We want you to take control and show us your way, Lord, in all that we do, God. We ask that you prosper our business, God. We ask that you help us to be a light to those that we encounter, and we'll be sure to give you all the glory for it. In Jesus' mighty name, amen. Amen. Okay, I know, crazy Candy. She's annoying. Sorry. I asked for it. Okay. I'm like, my candy dog. She's like, food people. Okay, I'm excited. Wow, way to bring in 2017. We packed the house. Yay! So I know we have almost 50 online and then probably more than 50 in the house. Sometimes there'll be like 10 of us. Sometimes there's like 100 of us. We just never know. But I'm so excited for 2017 and what's to come. Raise your hand if you were at the It Works conference. Let me see. That's a lot in this room. Yay. Okay. Who watched it online? Did anyone watch it online? There's a couple. Julie did Julia. And those that didn't, there's probably plenty of live videos that you felt like you watched it from all the live videos. But man, it was an awesome conference. We're gonna dive into some of the things that are going on at conference. Actually, well, I can go get them in a minute. But before we get started, I just kind of want to go over. Raise your hand if you've been in the business less than 1 month. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So we've got. So what I want to say is you're going to hear a bunch of stuff tonight. Hopefully nothing is overwhelming, but the end of the day, I truly feel like the way you're successful with this business is by following our steps to success. They're so basic, and sometimes it's confusing, but when it comes to being successful with It Works, the first thing you do is you join the party. So you sign up, you become a distributor, you pay that $99, and then after that, what you do is every month, you're commission qualified. And so there's 2 ways to be commission qualified every month. Number 1, you can run your 80 BV auto ship, which is about an $80 auto ship. I always recommend that. I say run it for wraps and greens on the go because I love keeping greens on the go in my purse. It's one of my favorite ways to blitz, to share It Works. I feel like everyone always wants greens. And then I love having wraps in case I come across someone I need to wrap. Who's wrapped anyone with having wraps on hand? Where did you end up wrapping them? Story? School bathroom. What? Did anyone else have a fun wrap story? I've sold one to a flight attendant. Anyone else have any? Your dentist, because they were in your purse? Yep. So it's crazy. So you never know who you're going to meet. So you want to keep your wraps. You want to keep some cards, whether it's business cards or blitz cards. I love using my greens to use those. But so that's why I run the auto ship. But if you don't run an 80 BV auto ship, the other way to get commission is to have 150 PBV, personal bonus volume. So that means the customers under you or anything you ordered as well equals 150 PBV, which is about $150. So those are the 2 ways to get commission every month. So that's all kind of part of step 1. Step 2, 4 customers. Every month, whether you've been in this business it's your first month or you've been in this business 2.5 years like me, every month our goal is 4 customers. There's some months I may not meet that goal. Some months I may sign more than that, but it gives you something to strive for. And then step 3 is signing 3 distributors. Why is it important to sign 3 distributors? Well, my first 3 distributors are in this room. Kathy, Stacy, and my mom. And what happens then is Stacy, who are 3 people in this room you signed? Kelly, Emma, Emma, who's someone you signed?
Kaylee, Julie.
Kaylee, Julie. Did anyone you guys sign in the room? Yeah. So my point is, you understand kind of how this works. And all of a sudden you have a room full of people and it starts with one. So that's the importance of the steps to success. So every month, step 1, join the party, make sure you're commission qualified. After that, step 2, 4 customers. Step 3, you want to sign 3 new team members. And then when I sign Story, I teach her to do the same thing. And who's 3 people you signed?
Amanda, my mom.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how you do it. It's multiplication, and that's how you keep it going and going from the steps to success, okay? And then who started out as a customer before a distributor? Raise your hand. Look at that. These were all customers before distributors. So when you sign someone as a customer, that doesn't mean they won't end up joining your team. I always think of Olivia Ainsworth. She's a double diamond who ordered something random like stretch mark cream from me. I don't even know. Like, the girl doesn't even have stretch marks. I don't know. She ordered something random before saying, you know what, I might try this business. So never forget your loyal customer are some of your best prospects, okay? That's the step to success. Now we're going to dive right in. I'm not going to go into a lot of the training because Kathy just did our new distributor training, like I think it was maybe last Sunday. If you missed it, we still have the link. You can go through that event, that new distributor training. But there was a lot of cool stuff announced at conference. They announced, who's excited about the Go bonuses and the Go Fast bonuses? I literally don't think we understood how cool those were, because normally at conference what happens is there's one big bonus announced. And you have till the end of February, the end of March to hit that bonus, and that's it. For the first time ever. But see, when they announced the bonus at conference, everyone was kind of like, wait, what? Like, I don't think anyone really got it. Babe, do you have my phone? No. Look for it, because I just have been pull. But if you have not done it, write it down or do it. I don't actually typically want you on your phone during this, unless you're signing someone. But take your phone out and download the Wired app. If you do not have it, the Wired app. You guys, instead of giving us one bonus, you know what they did? They gave you a whole string of bonuses. So if you're not yet diamond, you have a date on this app, and it gives every person their date to go diamond. And then it gives you, you can have the go route, which is the average time, or if someone goes fast, it doubles the bonuses, and they can get an even bigger bonus. And then you get a double diamond, a go and a go fast, and a triple and a go and a go fast. So literally for the next 20 months, there's bonuses that you can get. And we all know those are just the, icing on top, but why not go for them? I mean, I never got, when they used to have a Ruby bonus, I never got a Ruby bonus. Who got one though? Some of y'all got Ruby bonuses. Yeah. So how much was yours? 500? 500. So some people got, so these bonuses come and go, but right now we've got 20 months of these crazy awesome go bonuses. So you definitely want to go. And are these bonuses real? Raise your hand if you've earned a bonus, or stand up if you've earned a bonus. Okay, I want you to tell me the total amount of bonuses. 40,000. 10. 2.
22.
22. 50.
37.
25,000. 25. 50.
90, and then the Joey
120,000. 47.
You're not talking about $90.
90,000. 90,000.
So let's start over.
So my point is, okay, y'all can sit. So these are real bonuses, and real people can get them. Okay. So that's what I want to say. So it's really awesome. One thing to take note of, you guys, is with these go and go fast bonuses. This is a new rule we've never had before, but with these, you have to have 4 loyal customers under you that signed up in 2017. So I know a lot of people kind of panicked when they heard that. And they're like, oh my gosh, I've been transferring them. Don't worry, so have I. A lot of us transfer for fast starts. It's okay. You have until, you hit your rate or whatever. So just keep your next 4 customers, okay? And they do have to be 25 BV or more, which means the only products we have that are not 25 BV would be Greens Chews, our essential oils. Fat Fighters are 25 BV now, so those are fine. So just know that. So if you sign in essential oils, transfer it, if you need to change or whatever. But I don't want anyone to miss out on that. So you want to have 4 customers from 2017 that are under you that you have not transferred, okay? You want that app because it's telling you what to do. It's awesome. Like, you need to be, when you're reaching out to people, let them know. You join my team, like, you literally are given, I believe it's 6 months to go diamond and get a $5,000 bonus. Like, that's really huge, you know? I think 3 months is the 10,000, and then so on and so on. So definitely do that. And speaking of that, Kathy, will you come up and kind of explain a little bit about the Wired app?
Yes. Thank you for that wonderful introduction.
Hey, you're talking too much about it.
Oh, I was, sorry. I was talking too much about the app, sorry.
Okay, so I'm going to just quickly show how awesome this is. Living room, John? Okay. So on this first page is the messages, which is really cool. There's a lot of great information, well, in this entire app. This first page is actually a lot of videos and there's a couple here that I do recommend you watch, especially if you have a new distributor and you don't exactly know how to explain the bonuses. This will help you very much. Mike will go over that for new distributors, and then if you are still wanting clarification, there's also video for you for existing distributors too. And a lot of recaps, you know, like the emails we get, they're all here. So this is just a great way to keep us all connected and plugged in. Something super cool here too is that under this Just Go, if you have not, who has printed out their goal getter sheet? Me? Yeah. Okay, awesome. So you guys might have done this in a different way or maybe a more easier way to print it out. So under Just Go, that little link right here actually will pull that up for you. Oh, JK, hold on. Oh, hold on. Where is it?
It's the other.
It's in your Go.
There's two, I think.
This is like my third one.
That one.
This one. Okay. So just keep going until one of them pulls up this. So this is the actual goal sheet. So okay, view in browser is what I did, and I copied and pasted that and emailed it to myself just so I could print it out on the computer. So I don't know if there's an easier way to do it. Maybe there is, but anyway, that's how I did it, if that helps you. And then this sheet is actually awesome. So I don't know about you, but it definitely helps for me to be on paper, to be organized. So it really is a pretty awesome sheet. It talks about, 10 people who you want to talk about the products with. I would say like a week, maybe print these, maybe like 4 sheets, because we're going to talk to a little bit more than 10 people. But it's a great place to start. To write down your potentials, people who you need to follow up with. Especially for our newbies, this is such a good tool. Especially when you get to the back side and it talks about how to reach out to people, sample messages, ideas for blitzing, which is great because sometimes, if they don't know where to start, this is a great place to just get you going. It talks about writing down your goals, asking friends to have a wrap party, and things like that. So I do like that. And next tab is all the events. So if you don't know, now you know that there's a lot of stuff happening across the country. So for our teams that are not local, and maybe they can't come to these trainings, but I was just telling a friend recently, if I didn't have these trainings to come to, I might have given up on myself at some point because this is where I come and really get fired up with my teammates. So you can see all the dates here and all the different locations, so you can have your team find something that's close to them. Whether it's OTOMs, it has the upcoming boot camps that's going to happen corporate. So here's all the boot camps that are going to be happening, which is going to be really exciting. The OTOMs, It Works You. Social is really just what they're posting on social media. The other awesome part is this whole, this last tab where it says Go Bonus. So apparently I have 41 days left to earn a $100,000 bonus, no pressure. And then iPads and LC. So it just kind of helps you keep track. And then if you click on that, you can get real specific and it will show you your timeline and what your dates are. Because at this point it is confusing with all the people who are starting, when is their deadline. So like these are my personal deadlines. So this is when you download this and you sign in, you're going to see all your own steps, which is awesome. So I think that's it.
Yay, thank you, Kat. And what's really cool is, and when it comes to how long are they giving everyone, it all just has to do with, and I had a sheet, I don't know where I said it, but it's the average. They took the average from 2016's time period of what the average was for people to do, and that's the average time they gave everybody for the Go bonuses. So it was out of the whole company, the average time, to hit diamond, and they took that double diamond, triple. So that's kind of cool, and we all get to go by that. So I love it. Next, there was so much good stuff talked about at conference, and we're really lucky because not only was there good stuff talked about at conference, but we have coming up the first boot camp right here in Dallas. Stacy's going to give us exact dates because I don't know them, but it's basically a mini conference. It'll be like a one-day right here in I think it's Arlington, I don't know. But I want you guys, where is it? Oh, Fort Worth. But I want you guys to get your ticket and come to that, and that's the super in-depth training. But I wanted us to hear some aha moments or something that really stood out to you at conference. And so I'm going to have a couple of the people just come, and share a minute about something that really, was an aha moment for them at conference. And Kathy, actually, you can stand up where you're at. Do you have one? I didn't ask you.
I was supposed to have one.
I know, but I was like, oh.
When Carla Burt, something that sometimes I struggle with is just like speaking out all like what my goals are. And when Carla Burt said to speak things out as if they were, like that really hit me hard. It was like I am president diamond. She was talking about how she was going to be the next black diamond, and she spoke it out as if she wasn't. She was confident in that, and I think that was a really important thing to keep doing.
Yeah, I love that. No, thank you. Okay, let me have Kelly. Will you come up to the front and share yours first?
So I've been to conference before, but something that was really awesome is getting to watch the top 100, be announced and come up on the stage. And it's always such an awesome reminder of all the different types of people and different walks of life that do this business and are successful. And so we're like standing there watching, and we're all sitting together as a team, and we're waiting for John and Sherry, and they get all the way up to number 10, and we're like, holy smokes, they're in the top 10. So we're like, okay, it's not John and Sherry. Oh my God, it's not John and Sherry. Like number 9. Oh my God. So you can feel like the lump in your throat and the eyes are starting to water, and it's not because I'm pregnant. And so we keep going. We're like, holy smokes. And so they were number 8. And so everybody's like crying. We're like super excited, screaming till your voice starts going away, And of course, Sherry did awesome. You guys did awesome up there. But something that they say often is that where they are is because of their team. And that is because of the baby. And so, I mean, of course, they're wonderful in their own, and I'm excited for them. But I was like, wait, I know who their presidentials are. Like, I know who their triple diamonds are. Those are my friends. Like, those are the people we see every month that come here, or, the people we see online. I know they're double diamonds. Like, I know those people. And that's the number 8 team in the company. We are the number 8 team. John and Sherry's the representative, but that's us. And it just go, holy smokes. We're not even like the 100 team. We're the number 8 in the whole company. And I just went back to my team back at home, online, which, hi, you guys. Anyways, and I was like, we are the number 8 team in the whole company. You are a presidential, you are an ambassador team. You are like, we're not just floating down here. We are at the top. And it's such an awesome honor to be a part of this group with these leaders. And I just go, the Lord knew what he was doing, putting them at the forefront. And I just so honored and so blessed and so dang pumped. I'm just like, hot dog. Take that.
I'm not jumping up and down. Right now. I will say, I was encouraged that this would change my life to go to conference, and you just don't really, like, how can something like this change your life? But it can change your life. So there's a lot of different things that stood out to me. I'm a very visual person. If I don't write it down, if I don't see it, you can't just tell me stuff. Ask my daughter or my husband. I have to write it down. Was it Friday night, I think? We were sitting and it was kind of dark, and then all of a sudden this green light shone up in the rafters. And it was one of the Wallander brothers walking on a tightrope across the arena from one end to the other, and this collective gasp took place. We're just all like, what is happening here? And so Mark is like, oh my gosh, look up here. Everybody welcome him. We're all going, no, we don't want to clap. Don't clap, don't clap. It's really scary. So, but he encouraged us to clap, and he's like, that's not good enough. Clap louder. And so we were all clapping. Find the link and watch this thing when you get online. But so he talked the whole time, this guy, while he's walking across, and then other things were going on. And the whole point of this was, you got to keep your eye on the prize at the end. Stay focused. Don't look to the left. You're going to fall. Don't look to the right. You're going to fall. I did that backwards. Right. But you're going to fall. You've got to keep your eye on the prize. Stay straight ahead. Keep your eye on the Lord. See what he's got going for you, because you're going to want to stop. He stopped, laid down on the tightrope. Another, oh, don't do that. Please don't do that. He said, sometimes you just need to take a rest.
Yeah.
Just take a rest. That's what you have to do, is just take a rest. But then you get right back up. But you don't lose sight of where you're going. For me, I will never, that's always going to be a visual for me. And it was crazy. We got to the other side, and of course, everything's good. But the fact that he talked the whole time and talked about walking across Niagara Falls and having to deal with 90-mile-an-hour winds and the mist blowing in his face and walking across the Grand Canyon. Seriously, people, do you understand what that is? This was like nothing to him to walk across there. But all the time and all the hours and all the practice, he never lost his focus. Yeah. So that's what stood out to me, among many other things.
Okay, let's see. I wasn't prepared, but we're good. No, it's good. But I've shared mine I've shared mine though this week because our team got together and did a power hour, which was awesome, which is another takeaway from the conference. But mine was when they were going around asking the crowd, just like randomly walking up with their microphone, what was holding them back or what they were scared about. And so they were walking all around, and then they asked if anybody had sold any possessions or anything to get there. And these three girls stood up and just started crying, and they were bawling, and one's car had gotten repoed. And anyway, they were just in this place. And so it just reminded me of my why, and my why is to really just to help others. And so it just showed me that there are so many people out there that need this opportunity to change their life, or even to pay their car payment so their car doesn't get taken away. And so it just like reminded me, who am I to decide who doesn't get that opportunity shared to them, you know? So it reminded me to be bold about sharing it and thinking of it as a gift, you know, not like I'm bugging somebody or trying to be salesy, you know? So I was like, oh. So I just kind of picture those three girls and how many other people have situations like that where they're just barely hanging on. And I'm like, I have something that can change that for them. So anyway, that was fun.
What makes me think of you, and then it also makes me think of also Jenny, one of our uplines, that like with Amanda, her husband's, you know, a doctor, has his own practice. Yet, you know, it was still something like, it would be easy, like, oh, she probably doesn't need this or want this or whatever, you know, but everyone has different reasons why they do it, you know, or Jenny's, you know, husband is a dentist, you know, like it's just, you never know where someone's at, so you can't prejudge. And, you know, for I know a lot of people, we've heard a lot of whys, whether it's just, I just needed, like, I wanted something else that wasn't just all about my kids, or I just wanted a way to make more friends, or I just wanted something else to do, or, you know, maybe it was, I needed that extra $500 a month, or I wanted to come home to my kids. But everyone has such a different why, but it is so easy to, like, prejudge people and think, oh, they don't want it, instead of thinking, hey, this is a gift. Why would I not want to be able to offer it? So I love that. I love that, Amanda. Thank you. Jen. Hey, be right back. I should have had everyone say their name and rank. Go ahead and start that now.
Okay. Well, my name's Jennifer, and I'm an emerald, but I will be diamond by March 31st. So mine is kind of off of what Amanda said. So on Saturday, they went around and they were asking people, what is standing in their way? What is wrong with you? What's holding you back from being diamond or from being double diamond or whatever it may be? And what I saw was people standing up saying, yes, here's what my fear is. People were very open and honest about what their fears were. They were scared of what their friends were going to think about them. They were scared because they didn't have any money and their car literally got repossessed for them to be there. And then as I was sitting back and listening to the people and thinking back at the people who had been on stage, who were our ambassadors and our Black Diamonds, none of them talked about that. They weren't talking about what was holding them back. They may have said, oh, you know what, I was afraid about that, but who cares? Because now I'm up on stage. So that just kind of was in the mindset of, if I hold on to it, I'm never going to get to where I need to be, because it doesn't matter. I don't care what other people think about me. You know, I'm doing what I'm doing to get to where the goals are for myself and for my family and for my team. So that's kind of where I want to go with that. And then this other thing that really stuck with me was the first day. Oh, no, we were on the plane. So we sat down next to this woman, and she was like, oh my gosh, I've been in the business for 3.5 years. How long have you been in the business? I'm like, oh, I've been in since July. She's like, what are you? I'm like, I'm an emerald. And she's like, oh my gosh, I'm a distributor. And I'm like, what? She's like, I've been in the business for 3.5 years, and I'm a distributor. And I am so excited. This is my 3rd conference to come to. And I was like, wow, sister, what is going on? She's like, yeah, I want to get 60 LCs so I can get some bonus I had. But she was not focused on the fact that she had been in the business for 3 years and didn't have one distributor. She was focused on those customers, and she was focused on what she could be. So she stayed plugged in. She was still coming, and she was still proud of it. And we were actually on the plane with her on the way back, and she was like, oh yeah. She's like, I will see you next year, and I'm going to be way more than a distributor. So I was just proud of her.
Hello, I'm Karina, and I am an emerald, and I will be a diamond as well. This was my first conference, and I was reading so much on our page about, you know, people saying it's going to be more than you know, imagined, and, you know, what you think it's going to be, it's going to be even bigger than that. And I was like, okay, I was excited, and then we get there, and Thursday night, they opened up with pretty much going to church. And I just thought that was so awesome. They had their pastor there. He gave a message, and then they did praise and worship. And just to see like all these people just like jumping up and down and having their hands raised and, you know, praising God, I just thought like, wow, this is such an awesome company. How can I ever be kind of nervous to ask somebody to join my team or ask someone to join a product when the foundation of this company is so godly and our leaders are so godly. It was just, so that was one of my biggest aha moments. And then the second one was just watching all of the different people up there, all the different nationalities, all the different sizes of women. And I think as women, you know, we're really hard on ourselves, and we're looking at Facebook and, oh, well, she's so pretty and she wears her makeup perfect. And, you know, and just seeing all of the different women up there. I mean, one woman, I don't remember her name, she was a police officer, and now she's, you know, I just thought that was just amazing. So those were my 2 aha moments. Praise and worship, church, and then just all the different women that were up there. It was just awesome.
Okay, so don't be mad, but I just have a list of just a couple. I'll get through it, but it's just a list of different sayings I typed throughout the conference and different things that touched me. So I want to share all of them. So I'm not going to go through an entire story, but I am going to go during the worship night. One of the things that was really big for me was we work for the King. And if you put God first, all other things will fall into place. And almost every leader on there, if not every leader, our CEO, Mark and Cindy, everyone preaches about, put God first. And I mean, there's something about it, about having worship, putting God first. So that really hit home for me, and that we work for the King. We do work for him. So, and then this really touched my heart, is you can work 40 hours a week to build someone else's dream, or you can work a few hours a day building your own. So thinking, I have to work, I have my own job, I have a real job. I don't know why people say that. Like, I have a real job, I can't do it works, because this is fake. Yeah. Clearly this is fake, but I'm not really sure. I don't ever understand that, but that really hit home for me as far as that. And then, who said it? Well, someone said it. Some will, some won't. So what? Who's next? And don't just wrap yourself around all the people who don't want to do this. Who cares? So what? Move on to the next. Okay, just two more. So. Okay. The fear, because we've talked about so much about fear and what holds us back and everything like that. And fear, what they said fear stands for is false evidence appearing real. Which I loved, and not to let those fears distract you from your focus. So just talking all about that. And then this one I just absolutely loved, and you brought it up earlier about rapping, but if you're uncomfortable rapping people, you're not rapping enough people. So I love that. So, okay, that's it.
Hello. I know I get so nervous, but I'm Yeti, I'm Double Diamond, and Kelly stole my aha moment. So, but mine was to see my best friend being up on stage. Because, I just love him so much, and being able to share that with all of us who love them. They're a huge part of our lives, and we wouldn't be here today if they wouldn't invite us on this journey with them. So that was my biggest, and the other one was when one of the Black Diamonds made us close our eyes, and so she made us just kind of visualize this picture, and it felt so real. You're at the edge of a building, you're looking down, and that fear, you actually felt that, and realizing that your biggest battles in your mind. That was a huge one for me, and that was really it.
Story. I'm Double Diamond, and there's so many. I'm glad mine didn't get taken. I was like, come on, don't be taken. I have two. So the first one was Denise Walsh, the visualization thing, so amazing. I think in that same kind of dialogue, her husband got up there. They're a Black Diamond, by the way, one of the only top two, number 2 in the company. And he said that, did you know that we have never once signed someone from Instagram? And it wasn't because they haven't tried. And that to me was just whoa, because, they're Black Diamond. They can do anything. They know how to do all the different ways, right? Don't they? And I think we get confused that we see people doing it this way and that way and this way and that way. And you're like, oh gosh, I have to do it this way and that way and this way and that way. And he's like, you know what? Our business started to suffer because we were chasing Jocelyn Yates. We were chasing this person. We were chasing how that person did it.
And they realized, you know what, we just need to get back to how we do it to begin with and what started to work for us. And they did, and their business got back on track. So that was huge for me, that you don't have to do it like everybody else does. Just do how you do. And just be yourself. And that will be such a huge relief for you too. It will just take a huge burden off. And the other aha moment was, I don't remember who said it, but they said, you know, we all have the same 86,400 seconds in a day. And if your why is strong enough, the how will figure itself out. And I think so many of us forget, like, no one held a gun to our head and made us sign up for this thing. Every single person in this room and watching signed up because of something. They needed something, they wanted something, they were looking for something. And I think so quickly your why becomes your excuse, and you know, you're like, you know, the how is just so hard to figure out. But you know what? Go back to why. Like, why did you do this to begin with? Did that problem get solved? Has something changed? Because if not, you know what? The how will figure itself out if your why is strong enough. So just always go back to that why. And if your why isn't making you continue, you need a new why. You got to figure out a new one that's bigger and makes you want to hang in, because the how will figure itself out. So that was so big for me.
Okay, I'm Stacey Ocala, Presidential Diamond, on my way to Ambassador. And for my husband, top 100, because he told me to say so. There you go. When I think about a few things that actually half of mine have been said, but I will just say this. My favorite moment, I can start with that, is I remember 2 years ago sitting in the back of the room at conference with Sherry Lynn and her mom and Kathy and Judy and Brent, and us going, when are we going to sit in the back of this place again? Going to, you know, well, we're going to sit on that white couch, you know, like that was like the biggest thing. And the next year was Sherry sitting on the white couch, which was just so awesome because, like Kelly said, they got me too. John and Sherry being in the top 8 of the company that we're a number 18. And my favorite moment in all that is because I laughed at Sherry because she was like, I didn't know what to say and I wasn't ready, and who she was came out. Yeah, and it was like, it just proved that none of us had changed. The success, I think some people think success changes who you are. I think success proves who you are. And it was just beautiful to see proven who we know you are. And in the midst of that, John said, if you just keep chasing people, that's how you'll be successful in this business. And that's what we've been taught to do. So we want to keep chasing people. And that's what I was like, I want to keep chasing people because that's what it is. And I remember, like, in the midst of chasing people, figure out how, because story, when Brandon Walsh went up there, I was like, okay, I needed to hear that again, because sometimes you do get insecure. And it was nice to even hear like a Black Diamond go, oh, maybe I got a little jealous. So I was like, oh, Black Diamond jealous. Yay. But one of my favorite statements he said was by Bruce Lee, I don't fear the man who's practiced 10,000 kicks once. I fear the man who's practiced one kick 10,000 times. And, you know, I thought my husband's all into like fighting and stuff, and they specialize in stuff and they know how to fight each other. And like, if you can figure out, you're in this business and you can figure out what you specialize in, if you give yourself a chance to figure out how you can specialize in this business, there's nothing holding you back from being in the top 10 of this business, because you can do it if you keep chasing people. And finally, I think I was just challenged again. Just being scared to dream and to try. And when Denise Walsh talked about, they had a party for their team that was happening in 2025, and they all came as who they wanted to be. And they started talking. I'm like, she's a Black Diamond. Like, what else does the girl want, you know? And she like just listed off all these things, like New York top 10 and American Ninja Warrior winner, and like all these. And I'm like, oh, I don't know how to dream, you know, like. But like, I think when I sat there, I just went back and I was like, man, if I were to show up at that party, I would say I'm introducing like 20 ambassadors on my team that I personally enrolled that have got to dream again too. That's what I would love to be. So dream. There you go.
No, I mean, and yeah, so many of those. That I would say Stacey kind of said a lot of my ahas.
No, but I love it because it was true. Like when Brandon Walsh talked, it's like, it doesn't matter I mean, and even the tightrope walking, all of that had to do with it. Doesn't really matter about everyone around you. What matters is that you do you. And for some people, raise your hand if you have built your business by doing wrap parties. Okay, yeah, Amanda, yeah, wrap parties. Like who's used a lot of Instagram? Kelly, okay, yeah, and who's used a lot of like Facebook? Anyone that's okay? A lot of people use Facebook. Who does it where they're like more people they know? Like me, that's how I do it. Emma, Stacy, yeah, with more talking to people I know, my relationships and stuff. So it doesn't really matter how you do it. You just figure out what works for you. For some people, it's a little bit of everything, but you just have to always focus on that. And that's probably something more for people that have been in this business a while, because it's easy to start comparing. You're like, oh, whoa, what's she doing? Okay, let me try, But and for new people, you don't have to worry about that. You're still learning, and you're probably good at it all. And then when Stacey talked about the dreaming, and even with what Denise Walsh said, man, we should get that clip and post it on our team page. It's on that link. Okay. We posted some conference links. Watch hers.
Black Diamond.
Well, yeah, the Black Diamond speeches, because it was so powerful about just the power of our mind. And even Cammie Dempsey said to me, this business is 80% mental. It's what you're telling yourself. Are you saying like, I rock at this? Like, I'm a signing machine. Like, I sign distributors. Or are you saying, oh, I stink at signing customers. Oh, I never sign anyone. Like, oh, it's slow for, like, what are you speaking? And that's so huge. And I thought of every month that I hit a big promotion, I declared it that entire month. Like, I remember going, I'm Ambassador Diamond, and like speaking that in the shower over and over and over again. And then even hearing Denise talk about where she wants to be in 25 years, that kind of freaked me out, because I'm like, whoa, I've already kind of reached, like, I can't, like, that would be selfish to dream too much bigger. Or like I said, and then I'm like, wait, no, without vision, the people perish, So you've got to be dreaming. So have those dreams. A lot of your whys have to do with your dreams, but then you may have a why, but then your dreams, for me, my why was to put my kids in dance class, and then it evolved and got bigger and bigger, So have those dreams, whether you're just starting or you've been in it. Don't be scared to have those dreams. Don't be scared to have those goals. And then don't forget to do the action. Have your action plan on how you're going to get there. But yeah, thank you guys for those ahas, for all those people that attended conference. Those were so good. There was no one else that attended conference that I left out, was there? Oh, yes. I have 3 right here. Jess, you stand up. And then do you have an aha? I'm trying to think who else. I know I did all the diamonds. Do you have an aha from conference?
Yeah, well, mine was covered.
Covered. I'm like, you all 3 attended, right?
The Walsh, her story.
Yeah.
She had us visualize that was big. And then just, I think the heart of Mark and Cindy.
Just seeing that.
Yeah, it just brought me to tears when Cindy prayed over me, and like that changed my, I mean, that changed.
Oh yeah.
So it was really cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yay. Anyone else have one?
I actually have one.
Yes.
So
I know I have a diamond.
I was like, they took all mine, but I actually did think of one more that I said.
Yeah.
But they said, like, be loyal to your business. Like, like we are running around doing all kinds of things for everybody else, and that's something I do all the time. I'm always trying to help somebody else in something that's not my business. And they said, be loyal to your business. And I was like, that's wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't forget to put,
put it all there too.
Yep, that's good. Okay. John, will you come?
Well, I have 12 quotes. You did awesome. You did awesome. I had to break up the emotion. Gosh. So I guess I'm get to close out tonight. And first of all, like, this room is awesome. Like, just seeing, there's something about a fresh year. We talked about it. Like, I Zoomed with a bunch of you guys, and your own teams. And it's just something about a fresh start. There's something about a fresh year. And we knew it was coming, and now it's here. And I guess I'll share an aha because everyone else got to. But mine was like, it really had nothing to do with the conference itself, as far as, all the things that happened, whether it was the tightrope or this or that. Like, my aha moment happened 2 times, and it was the same aha moment. The first one was when we had like 760,000 people in our room eating pizza. I somehow found my way into a corner where I could like breathe a little bit. But just looking around the room, and so I'll leave that one there. And then the second aha, that the same thing, was on the boat, kind of just like going up and down the decks, like of the boat, like top, bottom. And my aha moment wasn't like a bright moment on stage, or it wasn't, as awesome it is to be top 10 and how I was so proud of Sherry, whether people liked it or not, 20,000+ people heard the gospel in like 60 seconds, that was just an awesome moment. But my moment was 2 years ago when we realized what we had in our hand. We started praying for world changers. We didn't pray for people who would make a paycheck, because anyone can make a paycheck. We didn't pray for a specific type of person, that comes from this background or has this education or this qualification. We prayed for people who wanted to change their world, whatever that meant, whatever, magnitude that was. And in those two moments, while we're shoving pizza or while we were on the boat, which was a lot more comfortable, I looked around and I legitimately felt like the Lord said, "You're welcome." Like one of those moments. But then very quickly when he said, "You're welcome," he also reminded me, to whom much is given, much is required. And I say that because when I look at our team, we've been given much. Like if you look at the quality of the people on our team, if you look at the heartbeat of our team, the Lord has blessed us, and he has just poured out this amazing blessing. And I think I said it about a year ago, there's an anointing on this team that we really don't deserve, but he's given it to us. And he just reminded me that we're not at the finish line. We've just kind of run the first lap. And I don't know, that scares me a little bit, because it's like, Lord, what's next for our team? Where are you taking us? What are you trying to do? But my aha moment was the Lord saying, if you continue to pray for world changers, I will continue to provide you world changers, as long as you always point it to me. And that's what we want the heartbeat of this team to be. And, so many people that we, that are not here in our home, once a month, so many people that I got to hug their necks for the first time, like a physical person, not a social media person. And just the amazing quality that the Lord has brought on this team opened my eyes to realize it really is just the beginning. And we've just got to be good stewards with what he has placed in our hands. And if we continue to do that, the Lord's just going to continue to give us the best and the people that he wants to have on our team. And so in preparing for the night, I was just kind of like, Lord, what is it? They're fired up, they're ready to go. It's the beginning of the year. But I think he just shared words, the words he wants us to hear is now is the time. Not next month, not 6 months from now, not next year, but today. Now is the time for us to go. Now is the time for us to start asking. Now is the time. We talked about it. We had planted seed. That's great and all, but now is the time to harvest, and harvesting still takes work. Now is the time to go out and get that harvest that we worked so hard for going into the end of 2016. Now is the time to suck it up and invite those people on this adventure with us. Now is the time to lay down our pride and step out of our comfort zone. Now is the time to change people's lives more in 2017, more than we did in 2016. And that's a tall order, but I think we're up for it. I think the Lord's already bringing us amazing people in January and February that I've seen on this team that they're I'm ready for this thing and I want to do something powerful. Yeah, I want to change my life, but I want to change other people's life. And I think the Lord would just remind us that now is the time to be bold. A lot of us, in this business, it's hard to be bold sometimes. It's hard to be confident sometimes. It's hard to step out of your comfort zone and ask the question. But someone once said that the doors will be opened to those who are bold enough to knock. And so I don't know about you, but I don't want someone else knocking on the door that I was supposed to knock on. I love all the It Works family, but if they were supposed to be mine, I want them to be mine. I want them to be on this team in this time. And so if you're brand new, you're probably already going through some of this. You're probably oh, do I really ask this person? Do I really knock on that door? One of the greatest, I think, tributes that I'll give to my wife is that she doesn't just knock once. She's going to knock on that door every 3 months until it's open and shut in her face. And I think that we have to be bold in that way. I mean, the worst thing that can happen is they can say no. And if that's the worst thing that happens in life, I think we're okay. You know, I think we'll be all right and we'll make it. But now is the time to be bold, and now is the time to start knocking. And, you know, two scriptures came to my mind. Joshua 1:9, it says, have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. And then in 1 Chronicles 28:20, it says, be strong and courageous and do the work. You know, it's one thing to be strong and courageous and not do any work, but that's not going to get us, you know, very far. Be strong and courageous, do the work. Do not be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord God, my God, is with you. He will not fail you, and he will not forsake you. And so what I want to leave you with is that now is the time. It's February. We're halfway through, a little over halfway through. And now is the time to be bold. Now is the time to start knocking. Now is the time to step out of your comfort zone. It's not all about the money, but I can tell you this. I've been able to change way more people's lives with money than when I didn't have money. I've been able to bless missionaries. I've been able to give out to our church. I've been able to give in a way I never thought we could. Why? Because we hit some of these bonuses. Because we had access that we never thought we would have. And so in reaching those bonuses, yes, it blesses your life, but it gives you the opportunity to give without reservation. And that's our prayer for this team, is that when you see a need, it's not a thought in your mind that goes by where you say, I got that. I got single mom, can't pay rent. I got that. You know, I think someone once said there's only one thing better than like paying your car off is paying your mom's car off. Like, I want to see that on our team. You know, I want to see things like that happen. Why? Because we knocked on the right doors. The Lord blessed us, and we got access to things we never thought or imagined. And in turn, we give it right back. And we give it to him, and we give it to people in need and the right people. And I just think now is the time. God has given us everything, this team, everything that we need to succeed. For those of you that are just joining us, we are so much better now than we were 2.5 years ago. I promise. And you have everything you need to succeed. You have all the support. You have everything. But no one's going to go knock for you. No one's going to be bold for you. No one's going to hand anything to you. You have to step out. You have to do it. And I promise you, if you're faithful in it, the only way you'll lose in this business is if you quit. That's the only way you'll lose in this business. And so for me and Sherry, we are just so proud of this team. I know we got to have an amazing moment being in the top 10, but just like Kelly said, like the only thing I could think about was every one of our team that was represented. And we just got to be the ones up there. I mean, it should have been like, you know, where we could all walk out together. Like that's what it, you know, we wish it could have been. But we're a number 8 team, and to whom much is given, much is required. And a number's a number. Like the only number that's going to matter is the lives that we change when we stand before our Creator, when He looks at us and say, what did you do with what I placed in your hand? If we can answer that question, we'll be good. Conference will be gone. You know, the lights will be gone. Everything will be gone. It'll be one-on-one with Him, and He's going to ask us, what did you do with what I handed you? So let's be bold. Now is the time. I want to see some crazy promotions in the next month or two. Like, I mean, man, I'm so ready to see it. I'm so ready for Diamond Empire to just blow up with promotions because that's where lives are changed. And to our diamonds and above, like, I've seen some of you step into leadership roles that you never thought you would step into. And that's been the coolest thing because you're being stretched. Like, it's like, yeah, you can be uncomfortable for once, you know, like, yeah, you know, but it's been awesome to see. And I think we're going to see more of that as we're just popping diamonds left and right. And you're going to have your team. And what we pray is that the culture that the Lord gave Diamond Empire just truly goes on and leaves a legacy in everyone's life. And so we love you guys. We're so proud of you. And there's huge things coming in February. So I think I'm done. Do I turn it back over to Stacy? I turn it over to Stacy.
Thanks. Hey, okay. I feel like I used to be on a traveling ministry team, and we'd like invite people to accept Jesus in their heart, and then they'd accept them, and then it's like, now what? So I feel like I'm at the now what, because y'all are like in, right? I'm doing this, so now what? But one of the illustrations you'd always use is like, if you were a zebra in the jungle by yourself, the tiger can pick you out. But if you're a zebra with a group of zebras, it can't see the lines to pick one out. And so now what is to stay close to the pack of zebras. It's to stay in the pack so that nothing can come to kill, steal, and destroy what God has put in your hands. And so that's what we want to do. And how do we do that? Well, I have notes right here to tell you exactly how to do this. So you want to say what they always say in this business is close to the fire so your light doesn't go out. So what's next for you? Well, tonight at 9 p.m. is our family call. So every Sunday for about 10-15 minutes, we have a family call. There's posts about it, and I will get a post up tonight about all this before it gets on. There's a family call you can get on, and they'll talk about conference. They'll recap a bunch of stuff. It's fun. Monday nights, we have Show Me the Money call too, which is just really awesome for you to get on. It's like people promoting in the business, and you start hearing stories of what they talked about at conference. Like you start hearing how a nurse did it, and a police officer did it, and a girl who sold her couch did it to in the business, or like the doctor or the rocket. There's rocket scientists in this that like gave up their business to go do it. So you get to hear those on that Show Me the Money call. Every Monday night at 8:30, and there will be links about this on our page, is an eSuite training Zoom. If you've never been on one, shame on you. So it is for new people, but like I'd say every 6 months get on there and get a refresher, because one, the eSuite's changing a little bit, and two, it's just a good thing. So you're knowing what to tell your distributors to do. So that's at 8:30. Tuesday nights, our team, which Sherry does awesome, John and Sherry, because they get all these people that are incredible in the business to come share their tips from the top. And so you want to hop on there and hear these tips from these people who did it, because like we said, we all have the same amount of time every day to be able to do it. So tips from the top is Tuesday nights, 8:30 Central Standard Time. Thursday nights are our weekly parties. Guys, take advantage of these. This is your party. So right now in your heart to say, this is my party. I'm inviting people to it. I'm going to participate to it. Like, it doesn't mean that just the diamonds should put their whys why they join this business. Like everybody who's joining has different reasons why they want to join, and your reason is just as important as someone else. So get in there, participate in there, be a part of it. You get to hear stories. You get to hear product testimonies. So you need that the bullets for your gun. You have your gun, but you need the bullets. So I might not have a testimony for myself for every product, but I can tell you my husband lost 40 pounds on the system. So, any of you guys want to use that one? Yeah, that's a great BB. There's a little bullet for you to put in your gun. So get those while you're on them. Okay. OTOMs are so important, guys. I've been personally talking to everybody on my team that wants to go diamond. I'm like, where do you live and where's the next OTOMs? And Kathy, on the Wired app, it's right there. And if you click on the OTOM, it actually is this easy that it gives you the link to buy the ticket right there in 1 second. Like, boom, you know where it is, what it is. So get on there, find your OTOMs for you in your city. They're all close. Find them for your team. If you have runners on your team, you want them to go, okay? Like, I think about, for 1 second. I'm that person, like, Sherry signed up, and I'm like, what does she have me doing, And then she was like, come to this OTOM. And I'm like, I'm sorry, not this person, but I'm going to it. You know what I mean? And she's like, then Yaya was like, we're going to conference. And I look at Joy, I'm like, I don't want to go to conference. I'm not one of those people, There was a conference. But those are the things that changed my life in this business. And Sherry's giving by example. I think like the party, like that was a life-changing moment for you in the business. I think that's when you started asking people after you went on your first online
party, yeah. So we have this every Thursday. Like, I was not going to do the business.
No.
Like, I just wanted the wraps. And I'm like, well, $99, 3 box wraps. Sure. Like, I'm not selling anything.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget, I couldn't sleep one night. I got on someone else's Facebook party that was shared on the team page I was added on. And reading it and going, this chick got 25,000 in bonuses. Like, she was a 911 dispatcher. If she can do it, maybe I can do it. I'm trying it,
Yeah.
And it was literally at Facebook, the same parties we have every Thursday night. It was one of those I went to, and that ignited the fire as being a distributor.
Start asking people.
Yeah, invite your distributors to those parties, get potentials on them, because that's what really changed, got me going.
Yes, yeah. So weekly parties, OTOMs, the Wired app, boot camps, Dallas. So Dallas, March 17th and 18th. If you're a diamond, 17th that night, diamonds and above, we have like a special training. So who's going diamond this month? Some of you are. Okay. And then the 18th all day. So again, on that Wired app, you hit events, then hit corporate, and then hit Dallas OTOM, and you will have a link right there where you can buy your ticket. Okay. So you want to do that.
Phoenix, for everybody who lives close to Phoenix, April 21st and 22nd. And then Grand Rapids, Michigan is May 5th and 6th. Diamond Dance, who's going? Yeah! I'm so excited. It's going to be so fun. Okay. But April 7th. So mark that on your calendars, Diamond Dance. We have John work Sherry, so you have a chance to still get to our Diamond Dance this month. So we're excited about that. People that are getting added to that. And then that's a Friday night, and the next day, everybody double Diamond and above. We're having a special brunch, so that'll be fun right here. Okay. Anything else you want me to say about that? Okay. And then green carpet. So you heard all of us give like our aha moments from conference, and you're like, I wish I was there. Green carpet is like a big mini conference. It's like our summer halfway through conference. June 22nd and 24th in Florida. Get to go to the beach, hang out. Again, on that Wired app, you can click corporate and sign up for and buy your tickets to that right then and there. So don't be a zebra walking by yourself.
Yay, thank you. Okay, so that's it. Woo! So we end our thing. How many people? Okay, and at one point there was like 70 people. Yeah, team picture. That's what I was saying, team picture. So tell them bye.